Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Hope you're having a great day. It's Steve coming at you again during the Corona apocalypse that's been going on. I hope everybody's healthy and safe and doing well. Some interesting times we're living in right now. The government controlling a lot of our freedom of movement, where we can actually go eat, what we can actually go eat, and in some cases how long we can be outside. So interesting times. But once we beat this virus, I'm hoping, very hopeful that things will go back to normal. Be great to see. Now, with that out of the way, I said before when we were talking and we discussed that I used to be a huge comic book guy. I did both, mainly the two big boys, Marvel and DC. But I was really into Marvel when I was younger and got more into DC as I got older. Mainly Batman. Batman was kind of my main DC deal. And it had a lot to do with the movies. When the movies came out, I was like, man, that's cool. And I just kind of got, and then they did this whole Batman Year One comic that was fantastic. And I remember reading those and really into that as I got a little later in my teens and stuff. And I really kind of got into Batman Year One, or rather Batman because of that. But I was, all through my childhood, I was a huge Marvel Comics guy. And it's really sad to see what has become of Marvel. It used to be a phenomenal, it was the biggest boy on the block for a long time because of incredible characters. Wolverine, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Captain America, all these incredible characters, the X-Men, Fantastic Four, all these incredible characters developed and birthed at Marvel. And now, today, or in the past few days, Marvel has some guy's last name is Kibblesmith. His Kibble isn't his name. His name is Kibblesmith. Okay. And he developed these new comic characters with the New Warriors. And the New Warriors were a pretty big deal with Marvel as well. Back in the day, especially in the 90s, awesome kind of up-and-coming group. And he created the New Warriors that have superheroes like Screen Time, who got his powers from inhaling his grandfather's internet gas. I've never heard of internet gas, but it must be pretty toxic or pretty special for kids to get superpowers from him. Wow, his grandfather is no joke. You stay away from that dude. So that's him. And then they have another Trailblazer, who's an overweight Native American girl with a magic backpack. But the two that take the cake, and there are a couple others, but the two that take the cake are Snowflake and Safespace. Those are actual names for a couple of newly developed superheroes that Marvel and Kibbles and Bits came up with. So, Snowflake, and this is what's so annoying to me, because they're so determined. It is so pathetically identity politics driven that the guy, Kibbles and Bits, doesn't have any idea how insulting it really is. First of all, they're twins. They're black. He calls Safespace kind of a jock, tall jock, high school jock, but his entire costume is pink, and hot pink at that. Okay, he apparently didn't know too many jocks back in the day when he was in high school, or maybe he didn't go to high school. And the other character, who's drawn to look much more feminine, like a female, apparently is non-binary. And her name, because she looks like a female, I'm going to just call her name, is, I'm not doing the whole they, them thing, that's bullshit. But her name is Snowflake, and she can produce these like snowflake shards as a weapon. She's much more offensive. The Safespace dude is defensive, and he can provide like these huge pink force fields, but he can only do it when he's protecting someone. So he can't do it for himself. He can only do it when he's protecting someone else. Who thought this was a good idea? Who thought this was a good idea? Safespace and Snowflake. Just Google it. When you see them, it is ridiculous. Safespace got pink hair, hot pink outfit, hot pink hair, pink eyes, and not the disease, the actual like pink eye deal going. Iris is pink. Snowflake is smaller, more feminine build, light blue hair, eyes, light blue costume. So it's blue and pink for brother and sister, but the buff guy, or supposedly buff, it's built like a normal high school kid who plays football to me, but the buff one is wearing the pink, and the more offensive one is wearing the light baby blue. And the guy, at first I thought, okay, this is a parody, somebody making fun of this whole thing, or somebody, making a joke about, the Generation Z today, and people like them, there's the safe spacers and all that kind of stuff, the millennials, all these people who can't handle reality. So I thought that's what this was about. No, Kibble Smith, also known to me as Kibbles and Bits, was very serious. These are real superheroes. He said he wanted these names have been meant to be negative, and he wanted them to take their power back, and they understand that these words are considered negative, but they want to own it as a badge of honor. Bro, he is getting dragged on social media because it's so ridiculous. Marvel, why did Marvel start hiring people who hate comic books or hate people who read comic books? That's really the real deal. They don't hate comics. They hate people who normally read comics. Why did Marvel go down that road of hiring these kinds of people, especially in the middle of Corona apocalypse, when there's nothing else to do but read comic books or watch movies? So now you got crap nobody wants to watch out there. Nobody wants to read this stuff. And the worst part is, it's really what's going to hurt the most, aside from Marvel, is comic book shop owners. Because right now, when they could be doing their best, they're going to be hurting because of this kind of stupid stuff that Marvel's putting out. I would highly suggest to comic book shop owners, if they can get their hands on it, to start selling a lot more vintage comics. Stuff from the 90s and before. That's the good stuff. Get your hands on some vintage comics and just sell the hell out of that stuff. But the way their contracts are written up, the way the Marvel and DC and Image and Diamond and all these distributors of comics have them set up, they pretty much kind of got them. And so those guys are going to be the ones who end up getting hit the hardest. So Marvel, I've been out on you guys for years. I'm starting to listen to change years ago, and I've been out on you for a long, long time. I feel bad for those people who are having to deal with this stuff now, but not the SJWs don't like it. It's like comics that were written for SJWs by people who thinks this is the kind of stuff SJWs would like. It is not something anybody's excited about. Marvel, if there's somebody at Marvel who still has a pair that's in charge, get rid of all the soft handshake, deep V-neck wearing, man bun wearing people, pink-haired, blue-haired people that you have at that place, and start getting some real artists and some real writers back in there and save that brand, because it'd be so sad to see it go under. But it'd be their own fault. And so with that, guys, that's kind of all I wanted to share with you today. If you disagree with me, if you think superheroes named Snowflake and Safespace are the wave of the future, and that's the way to go, by all means, drop a comment in there. If you think Meta is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and not just to mention that, but also insulting and racist. It's funny how the liberals, especially the identity politics-driven liberals turn out to be some of the most racist people you ever come across. It really is true if you pay attention. If you think all that is just whack, stupid, please let me know that too. I look forward to hearing from you. Please subscribe. Please share this video, like and share this video. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going to be doing more videos. I look forward to talking to you again soon, and hopefully we'll all be beyond this virus nightmare real soon. Y'all take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.